welcome back to another session of the Kilwa campaign. As you can see, the year is 1802, so we have 19 years or so to have more fun to have, basically. Now, first things first, I know it is a bit of a pain in the behind, but we need to take care of the troops we have everywhere around Chun. And I was thinking, like, one of the follow-up targets in the future could be Korea. Right now we have a truce with them until the year 1813. But we could also pull them into a war if we go for Viet and Mongomao. With those we have a truce until 1802 and December actually. So the truce will end this year. You can see that Viet is allied with Korean Ming. What about Mongomao? So they're also allied with Ming. So if we make Ming co-belligerent, we can actually grab that lone area there as well. It will not be our next target, but probably the second war of the stream if we make it that far, or it'll be happening the next time. So what I want to do here is I want to basically send quite a lot of troops to surround Korea. Basically will be just focusing on the provinces right on the border. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Next one is Hetu. And then we will grab some more troops for here for Andong. You go to Gaizu. You guys can perhaps stay in Yaran. Then you have a split group there as well. Beyond Yaran, I don't think Wolanhi is close enough to the border. So let's go send you guys to Haicheng. Now we do have a lot of troops, as you can see. I will be sending some of them towards Viet instead. For example, to the southern part, because they definitely have some forts over there. You better not go this route, just go around in case we lose the military access to Viet. Now we can reunite this artillery group, or well, this infantry group with their artillery. Let me just find their artillery. Force march and meet in Uda. You guys will also go to the south of Viet. Then see a lot more troops standing idle. If I take a look at the fortresses, there is a level 8 fortress that we can start with right away. And there might be a second fortress, so I'll at least send 4 groups to the southern parts of Viet. Anybody else not assigned? I'm sure some of those troops are not moving yet. So you will go to Champasak, for example. Okay, then I definitely see there is a lot of movement going on. We will likely need 1 troop near Ming. Do they have a capital province? Yes, they have, with a fortress, so 2 troops required here. I see 1 we can grab from over here, so yeah, just the mouse is quite sensitive for whatever reason. So you go to, let's say, Suzhou. Wait, I picked them, but didn't do anything. Suzhou. And then anyone else not moving? There's a group over here. You should go like close to Mongomao as well. Second, I will tab away for a bit because it's interesting how sensitive the mouse got all of a sudden. And there is 1 more group over here. We'll also go near Mongomao. Chabang seems like a good destination. Now I would let everyone else to basically settle down a little bit unless we can spot who else isn't moving, because most of the troops are on their way. And it will most likely be enough. And actually our first focus in terms of wars, I was looking at the different countries that are spawned from the remains of Turkey, and one of the combo that interested me was basically, you can see there is this revolutionary Ardalan, and they are allied with a bunch of countries, but our main goal actually would be this Khorasan, and you can see they have two allies, so the same one we are just looking at, which is the revolutionary Ardalan plus Mazandaran. Those are funky names. So Mazandaran is here. So if we potentially look at the war that's awaiting for us, it would be those two countries, one of them as co-belligerent, and perhaps Ardalan would stay as just an one of the participants in the war that would have twice the cost for provinces that would be taken from them. Because they also have revolutionary Crimea and revolutionary Kerman as their allies. Of course, we can go for the full picture because revolutionary Crimea at this point is just a one state minor, one province minor. What about the other one that I don't know where they are? It was called something like Kerman. Ah, so we could grab the whole pile of them. Sounds like an idea. We do have enough troops to do this. They're scattered all around, as you can see. We will not grab the ones who are fighting against rebels. So we'll need one troop near Crimea. Then I see all of these are basically set to repel the rebels. I will take one of you. Let me just check. And I guess the closer one should just go for the war. So you will be the target. And I will send you basically this place of Marageh would be a good destination. Then there are some troops on Cyprus that should go on the land. Now I will send another troop to Sanjian. Then we have a few more troops in the south here. So probably Khorasan is the destination from there. One troop was sent to Bam and another one can go to Mogostan, for example. Is there anyone else we can bring along? Yes, there are. Amazing. So two troops will be going in from this side. I think we need more troops like around in the middle here. And don't forget about this Kerman. They have a level 1 fortress, so I'll just send one troop over here. But still autonomously sieging apparently. No need to do that anymore. And yeah, you will go in the middle of the action. I believe Astara is a destination we haven't sent anyone to yet. We have some things going on over here. I guess these troops were separated. I just double check. So there's our artillery group. There's the infantry group. They can reunite, and there's 40,000 troops of infantry as well here. And also the mercenary company. Okay, so there will be one group we can grab from there. And I think that'll settle it. We won't even wait for everybody to get there because it just takes too much time. I unpaused and let's keep the time ticking. Now you guys can rejoin each other. Just checking that everybody is moving somewhere. So you guys will eventually, I guess, get to Koi, for example. These troops also landed. You will go to Ardabel, I believe. Everybody's force marching. No delays from there. I do want to check what is the rebel suppression area for these troops, because I kind of took one group away from suppressing rebels. Yeah, you can see there. very limited in their range of activities. Make it this way. Just a little bit more. You can see the areas are not green yet. Okay. Yeah, let's unpause and just let everybody keep walking to their destinations. So we did gain Holy War Casus Belli against Nivk, as they are close to our border at this point. Also, great dispute against New Revolutionary Spain. That keeps coming and going, I guess. Jangar wants to have a royal marriage. No thank you. Morocco is also in the queue. Then Delhi is eager to trade favors for soldiers. And Afghanistan wants to have an alliance. So a lot of proposals. We are not interested in them. We cannot claim a few of the provinces to be ours anymore. And we have lost a conquest, Casus Belli against Shun, because we just agreed to a peace deal at the end of the last stream. Okay, then we do have an unassigned merchant. We will give you some work to do. Let's scroll. Beijing. I kind of remember sending somebody to Beijing, but maybe I'm just misremembering things. So the death of a merchant. Either the state needs money or we gain 15 prestige and the ability to recruit a cheaper advisor. I think we'll just go for the money. Don't want to mess with our advisors at this point. Now all the troops are more or less moving. As there are like over 1 million troops to control, it's getting more trickier to actually keep track of all of them. You can see that there is this 45,000 in size mercenary group that's not doing anything, but I want to actually leave them here because probably some rebels will be spawning. Yeah, that's a good idea. I will just make them scout the area around what used to be the lands. They have a circle basically to keep an eye on. And you can see somebody else is already taking care of the lands in the south. And we should be able to soon grab another group from here. Yep. So you guys should also head south. Somewhere near Daviet. Doesn't really matter at the moment exactly where. These groups are all moving. Lovely. Yeah. Well, it seems like we got pretty much everyone. Some of them will have to go in huge circles to their destination, but they have the time to do it. Ashanti separatists, where are they? Aha. Here they are. Can you guys maybe do some autonomous suppression of rebels here? We've had control over this area for a long time, but I guess some sort of neighboring countries might be affecting the peacefulness of the neighborhood. Oh, that'll do. Better than before, at least. Now we do have another request for military access from Turkey. They don't specify a reason. I guess they're not warring at the moment with anyone. Okay, so we can summon a diet, which we will not do at this point. Still have some exiled armies, we know about that. In terms of coring the previous provinces, we can also just have them in the focus on the right here. I do want to remove the buildings again from the sidebar because they're at this point polluting the whole sidebar, so you can see a lot less information at the moment. We do have just the amount of troops is enough to take basically one screen size of the space. There is a monument in Pegio, And since we are at close to 100 prestige, all of this excess prestige will go into each type of monarch power. Good news, we'll get some more. Now, how is the situation with our lovely governing capacity? We are not over the limit, but we're close to it. Again, in a few years, we'll be able to upgrade our administrative technology. And by that time, the end of the game will be close enough that we won't need more than the 500 we'll be getting. Morocco is offering alliance. Delhi is offering an alliance. Everybody's offering an alliance. Just wait a second. Do we want to have Delhi as allies? I thought we couldn't have allies once we are like this hegemon. In any case, let's leave our war options open, and they will also start asking us to go to war with Afghanistan and so on if we go and ally them. We do have some troops near this, the country of revolutionary Ardalan. So, and we also have something near Crimea. Just need a few more troops to get closer, and I see some interesting troops. Like this group is just chilling here. Why don't you also move closer to the target countries? We can use religion propagation trade policies. Let's do that. And we can use the Muslim piety interaction, but won't give us anything at this point. As soon as we're ready to go, we'll get the show started. In terms of troop counts, it's not gonna be a tricky enemy. Basically, everybody has less than one of our group of troops. So we kind of cleaned up the rebels from Africa. And we got new rebels spawning, but we have a group that should be able to take care of them. They seem to be running in the different direction, but hopefully they'll switch around once they notice them. I mean, they're like exactly on your way, so if you are... Yeah, you are suppressing rebels here. Let's just see if they just run back and then go for them, or... Would be a bit weird behavior. Okay, the arrival of the Kalmuks. We can either allow them to become a march, and we would lose the core on Astrakhan area, or we could drive them off our lands. We would declare war on Kalmuk with reconquest Casus Belli. Bonky. I guess we'll make them into a march then. Why not? We have the space in terms of diplomatic relations. Yeah, I'm interested to see what it will be. I guess it will be like either one set of provinces, one area, or just one province minor. Never had this event before. We gained the imperialism Casus Belli against them. Where are the Kalmuks? Can you give us this information from the diplomatic view? So we have one tributary state. And we should also be able to check... Okay, there's 2 marches we have. And one of them... I see, it's like this province over here. Yeah, it consists of 2... Well, this country consists of 2 provinces. So a bunch of troops you can see here. So I'll move away our Crimean target. Looks good. Great Britain has lost her position as naval hegemon. What a surprise. Okay, we have... Basically all of these troops are set in place. Now the only thing I'm wondering about is we need some extra generals. And we will get them just by freeing up some generals from over here. I still managed to kind of stack 2 groups on the same province. Would be ideal if we could also grab the generals that have 6 ships in siege. For that I will just check. And we will reassign them by just selecting the relevant group and reassigning the general to them. So you guys, for example, should grab this general. And maybe you guys will then... There's revolutionary Turkey on our way. I'm sure that was the case before. Basically, we'll be trying to claim the Khorasan lands and then go through to Mazandaran. And just grab all of this in one war, if possible. It might be that we cannot grab all of the provinces. But that also means if we cannot go through the Turkish areas, we might be a little bit overstaffed in the north. But then you will take the other 6 pip general regarding siege. And the rest of you will just pick up the ones that are free to grab. Everybody here has a general. These guys are on their way, but it's gonna take some time for them to get there. What about you though? Why are you just standing here? I think you should also go from the south then, if anything. Grab a free leader and get a move on. Can we declare already? Ah, I didn't notice this, but Spain is guaranteeing the independence of Khorasan. Okay, we'll have to see who we can declare on, because we cannot make Khorasan into... Unless we want to bring Spain into this war. They're also being... is Spain guaranteeing everyone around? What about Crimea? Crimea is not being guaranteed. Well, this is a bit of an issue. Let's just check it out. So if we declare war, revolutionary Spain is considered to join them. We'll also do this way. Who is this? Revolutionary something something. Maybe Crimea will stay as non-co-belligerent. Well, Spain is gonna be annoying, aren't they? They're also fighting Portugal at the moment. And they don't have an issue joining us, the enemy side in this war, do they? With their 1 million troops. That's a bit of an unexpected twist. Well, let's look around a little bit. Maybe we have some alternative options. So I was also considering Persia. They are guaranteeing the independence of revolutionary Luristan. That's fine. And they're allied with Kilwa and Afghanistan. So Afghanistan is over here. And Kilwa is... Oh, let's just check it out where they are. Kilwa is over there. So we could grab the areas from Persia, which would make it clean. And maybe then go for also Luristan. This is a nice healthy chunk, isn't it? The only problem is our troops are kind of not positioned to optimally for this setup. But, you know, we still have 160,000 troops against Persian 33k and so on. And Luristan has 6k. Yeah, so change of plans. Hello there, Persia and Afghanistan. I don't think we want to... Wait, what if we go for this setup? We declare war on Duristan, and then Persia will become co-belligerent. Iraq does not want to fight us. It gets a little bit messy like that. Let's again check Persia. So if we declare war on them, we get Khiva and Afghanistan. We could also grab Armenia and Nogai. Nogai is in the north here, I guess. They're basically being occupied by Nogai tribes at the moment, so would be a juicy target. What about Armenia? I'll also try to see how far this goes, so we cannot... Yeah, it goes a bit too far. What about Nogai? So Persia, Khiva, Afghanistan, Armenia, Nogai. It's a little bit messy. I think we'll go for it. Then again, do we need Khiva as a co-belligerent if they're just like over here? Can we core their lands? We could if we consider them co-belligerent, then we go for Nogai as well. But considering Nogai as co-belligerent brings in Astrakhan, which is over here. Not really a problem. Jungar is supposed to be our tributary state, but they're still willing to fight against us. So what ideally we could do, we could grab all the lands from Persia, all the lands from Nogai and Khiva in addition to that. And in terms of overextension, that should be enough. We can also grab Armenia over here. Yeah. Can we make you co-belligerent? So Armenia is fine like that. Afghanistan would bring more countries to the fight. Astrakhan is over there. Also a juicy target. Jungar would bring Delhi into the fight. I would say this is the setup. Let's go. It's been a while since we had a war. More like 24 days. For 24 hours. Okay, so our subject Jungar have honored their military alliance with Nogai. They are now at war with us and our marches. Fine. That was to be expected. Now, Persia, in terms of fortresses, isn't in that good of a position. I only see the 14 capital, nothing like level 8 or 9. And if we do sue for peace, we can kind of get a proper look at who are we fighting against. You can see there's quite a lot of countries. We will take care of Armenia and Persia first, I believe. Maybe also go into Nogai if this group is willing to do that. Jungar is far away. I don't know how they will get to us, but I'm sure they will find a way eventually. And yeah, this is another piece of Nogai, isn't it? Okay. First things first, you go to Kerman, Yazd, Vaza. I guess you'll grab Kustar. And then from here, you can go to basically take over the lands of Armenia. We cannot get past Turkey here, so the other groups will just head north. And yeah, here we had Astrakhan. And you guys will also go to Astrakhan. And this group that's fighting rebels usually, how about you first go fight the rebels? Also see what we can do about Jungar. Well, definitely not big of a question in terms of what we can do, we'll just take them down, you know. So all the troops who have arrived have been assigned a mission. I see Jungar troops are kind of all around the place. Why are they so scattered? I guess they will be, because of the war, they will be exiled. Okay, so we already took care of some troops. And we'll be grabbing the areas as we go here. Not much resistance expected. There is also enemies are sieging our province over here. Fine. They can enjoy that moment for a little bit. A lot of rebel groups running around. Our truce with Daiviet has ended, and Mong Mao as well, just as expected. Ardabili separatists have risen. I guess I'll take one of the groups in Armenia back after they're done with the sieging. Or whoever gets there first. Okay, you guys keep moving forwards. Checking which places give us military access. Might have to negotiate with somebody regarding this. Okay, a bunch of provinces have been occupied by us. You guys can go take care of the rebels. Keep advancing through the Persian territories. Jungar is controlled. So they're not exiled. How dare they? Well, it seems like we have a hunter and everybody, all the Jungar troops are on the way. And they're surrounded by fortresses, so I guess they cannot move much. Now this fortress should fall basically right away. Yep. What happened, and we'll keep pushing more troops towards the north. So you'll go to Nogai. And we keep an eye on what's going on in Persia. I guess you can just go for the capital while the others are sieging the other provinces. We have won the siege of Astrakhan. It was a quick one. So, just a second. I'll send you guys then to fight. Who are you? You're Astrakhan troops. Okay. I know like a bunch of these countries spawned from Turkey, but they didn't exactly spawn into the best of situations. Because, yeah. So they're surrounded by big countries like Delhi, Transoxiana, us of course. They are taking over some areas here, but the fortresses should take them back as soon as we kill, well, take down all the troops. Now these guys are just doing nothing. You're also finished with your province. You guys are moving there. Now, how is the situation in the north? We need more troops heading towards... Can you go here? To Sibir we can go to, but we want to actually get to Nogai. So Persia is gonna fall relatively fast. If you take a look at their at minus 25 war score at the moment. And we know that we already took care of Armenia, Astrakhan. How many do we have already? So Armenia is done, Astrakhan is done, Persia is in process, Nogai is in process, then is the Kilwa also. So we'll be heading down from Nogai's lands to Kilwa as well. And Afghanistan is just isolated here, but they did get through the Delhi areas. So we might assign the same group who's running around here just to go fight the Afghanistan troops. They're trying to siege the fortress, but they don't have enough troops to do it. Seems like more or less everybody has a job to do. You guys can also straight go to Kilwa and start doing stuff there. Nogai is not even a priority because they're being sieged by rebels for half of their country at least. Okay, I see these troops are moving somewhere as well. Tehran is one of our next targets. And we almost have all of the Persian territories covered. So more troops from Jungar are gone. There's an event called the Angry Man from Macassar. We can let them leave. We are better off without them, which means we would have some development grow from Macassar to Paraiba. Or one of two options will happen. 50% chance of Macassar revolutionary ideas will spread in the area or gain 6 unrest. Where is Macassar? So I'm interested to try the first option here. Really don't want the revolution to spread there. Hopefully we don't lose the province with this option. Seems like we're still in control of the province. Wow, Persia has managed to gather 40,000 troops somehow. Good for them, and also for us, for a little bit of fighting action. So another 1,000 troops gone for the enemies. Apparently we also fought some tribal rebels on the way to somewhere. Must have been Nogai. You guys have nothing to do, so you go to the capital of Nogai. Once we're done with the siege of the Persian capital, we'll go for the troops as well. Yeah. Armenia's already offering us peace. Cherdun. How did we not notice this one? So I might redirect you guys a little bit because there's some Jungar troops to take care of and also Nogai troops apparently. Russia is being divided here in the European part by Commonwealth and Mecklenburg. Is this a tough fortress or is it just me? So the siege phase lasts for 20 days, which is decent. It's just like a tough one, I guess. We do have 20,000 artillery here as well. You guys should maybe do autonomous sieging for these lands. And you can see this new march of Kalmuk is also trying to help us out. We will send you guys to autonomously siege. I guess this area. We'll go fight the troops of Jungar a little bit. The siege of Qom is done. Lovely. So, let's enjoy some action. I will send all 3 troops in. I don't know how tough Persian troops are, but I can't imagine them being too tough for us. Okay, another set of Jungar troops gone. We'll go for Nogai next. While we're dealing with the Persian troops. Decent rolls for Persia as well. We do have a terrain, I guess, crossing penalty. Yeah. They have nowhere to retreat except for their ally lands. I don't think we'll stack wipe them. It's too slow process at the moment. But I might be wrong. It might be their last stand, so to speak. Okay, they did not get stack wiped. Can we just send one of our groups to fight them in the next territory? Yes, we can. Oh, the other troops can just take over the last province of Persia and clean up the map here. You guys are just moving towards Afghanistan. Yeah, I'll send them over there into the province with fortress and then set them maybe on autonomous sieging as well. Now you guys, please do some work here. I want you to cover all the areas of Nogai. And apparently the Nogai troops are running away a little bit. They actually got one of our fortresses. Wow, impressive. Yeah, we stacked wiped the Persian troops. And these guys should go to hunt Nogai down. Are we too slow? Yeah, we seem to be. Oh, there's a decent fortress here, level 9. We might need some reinforcements in the form of artillery. Maybe you guys can just send your artillery over there. First, just go with the full troop. They don't even have a general over here. Didn't notice it before. Okay, all of Persia is done. Our war score is at 55%, as is our coring progress. Actually, I'm a little bit surprised our war score is that low, but I guess we still have a bunch of provinces we can grab. All of them from Afghanistan, actually. They have a level 1 fortress only. So maybe you guys can also help out with Afghanistan. There's no point in just chilling there all this time. I'll grab a few target provinces for them. We have 1 million manpower in reserve. What a lovely number. There's still a buffer of 225,000. Enough for like a little bit less than 2 years. Okay, so the southern part of Nagai has been taken over. You can see we're also taking over the capital of Kilwa. Nagai is grabbing some of our provinces in the meantime. We'll take back our fortress first and then we'll go try to fight them again. We have won the siege of Kizilsu. So that's the capital of Kilwa. Next, these guys will head to Konjikala. And that'll mean the end of Kilwa. Okay, and we can finally set autonomous sieging for Afghanistan as well. Go for it. The siege of Cherdun is done. So, Nagai, I'm coming for you. So religious scholars disagree, meaning we lose 25 admin power and 10 prestige. As it says, unfortunate. Wow, Junger has a bunch of troops still available. Do we have anything nearby that can take care of them? I mean, maybe these guys here, instead of going there. Why aren't you forced marching, by the way? Just get to the next territory or province and we'll use your help to tackle both the Kievan troops as well as the Jungar troops. So that's gonna be our mission. various peace offers coming in already. Good to see. We are not currently accepting any applications for that, but we do want to see some good fights going on. One of them going on here against Nogai. The numbers are not in their favor. We do have a crossing and a terrain penalty at the same time. Do not recommend in earlier game situations, but for now it's perfect. Perfectly fine. There is a chance that the enemy will capture this fortress over here. Slightly annoying, but nothing crucial. We do want to go to Jangar as well. Maybe this group over here can do that already. So just go for the Jangar capital straight. Kalmuk is helping us out with capital of Afghanistan. And finally we have a group. Wait, you guys are not doing anything, right? Can you go also to Jangar? They might need some help. Same goes for you guys. Just go grab a few provinces. So a few provinces have been occupied by Persia. Taken by Kievan troops. And I have little faith in this specific fortress holding until we get there. Okay. You might not need 100% war score. We'll take as much as we can with the time we have regarding the cores being finished. So we did find 1000 artillery of Afghanistan, eliminated it. I guess it was just trained. Where are you guys going? You're going to Limbuan. I want to hunt down the Kilwan troops first. So now you are going to Girong. We are forced marching, so we should be much faster. Plus we are slowly gaining the hegemon bonus. Okay, diplomatic as spelling as Narst. In the meantime, we finish the sieging over here. We'll just send you guys to... Where are you going here? I guess you were autonomously sieging. Now, there's another red flag, yellow piece set of papers I see here. We are nearing maximum monarch power, so let's take care of that one. We can perhaps dev a few clicks here and there. Let's do the cheapest ones again. So we'll get you to 800-ish. Diplomatic power, just a little bit under. And we're good to go for a while again. And I don't think we'll run into problems with admin power, because by the time it nears the maximum, we'll be suing for peace and adding new cores. So the siege of Karwal went the way we expected it to. And then lost it. We got -1 crossing and -2 terrain penalty. But that will not stop us from taking down the troops of Kiva. Perfect. Now, what about you guys? Jangar troops, they're heading towards Hyderabad. We will meet them halfway. We also have a few groups going towards the lands of Jungar. Now Kiva is offering us peace. Armenia is still offering us peace. We're not interested yet. Okay, almost all of Afghanistan has been also taken into our control. And I will go help out in Jangari with even more troops. Not to run into any time constraints here. Okay, so you are sieging another one of our provinces. There are also several Afghanistani troops on the way to... Well, who knows where they're gonna go, but we're gonna stop them anyway before they get there. Now, the morale of these guys is slightly lower than maximum. Given that it's our fortress, we should be okay. Armenian separatists have taken over some province. Do we have somebody protecting against rebels here? I don't think so. You guys can start doing it. Ah, misclicked. Or just clicked on the wrong province, to be fair. Yeah, you can grab basically all of our northern border over here. We have a lot of provinces to take care of. Keep an eye on everything. Now another 1k of troops gone. And Jangar has 22k more troops. They have a lot of troops apparently. 52,000 even. They've had the privilege of just being our tributary state for a while, so I guess they have had the chance to become a bit better armed and also better financed than the other countries around us. We stacked white the Jangar troops, so next one is Afghanistan troops. Or we'll go for the fortress instead. 78% war score. This will change in a little bit once we also grab the lands from Afghanistan and Jangar. We have a few troops doing some havoc, causing some havoc over here. The religious center in Floresi has done a good job for many times already in this game campaign. We gained 25 devastation in Kurds. Mining accident there. Now Kunduz has been occupied by us. Brilliant. I don't think we need to send any more troops to Jangar. Our war score has fallen behind the core construction speed. Just a really weird comparison. Now, what are you doing? You're going to Jemenica. Okay. I guess the only country that remains to be occupied is Jangar. We do have one province from Nogai as well, but already sent the troops to take care of it. Yeah, first territory of Jangar gone. We're also doing some fighting over here. Please move on. We have 2 more groups coming in. The capital of Jungar is over here. Probably we should prioritize this. We did send somebody here already. Okay, Janju separatists have risen. Well, anything that spawns over here near Korea is just gonna be having a tough time surviving for more than a few days. Our troops are all around the place. Okay, we have won the siege of Balkh. So that was the capital of Afghanistan. Good to know. And Jemenica has been occupied by Kilwa, which means we can move you guys forward. Also just fight a few troops on the way there. Now, don't run past the Boxar points. Yeah, okay. A few more to be taken. We're almost at 100% war score. Some of them are still offering us peace, but you know, we want like a single peace offer. Well, the whole bundle in one. The Armenia wants to have peace. Oh, who is afraid to tackle the enemies again? I think you guys should just be brave and go to Canton. Okay, let me just take a quick look. We have somebody who can go to Olgi. Actually, we already have one group going there. Maybe you guys stay here. And we'll have one of the other groups go towards the Urksar province. There is a water shortage here. I'm pretty sure the next roll on the siege will be a successful one. Okay, 1,000 more troops gone. Yeah, you guys will be the lucky ones to siege down Urksar as well. And that will make us have basically 100% war score because we conquered all of the territories of the enemies. And yeah, the idea would be to grab Astrakhan, Nogai, Kilwa, Persia, as much as we can. Not gonna be able to grab lands from Afghanistan or Jangar because they're not connected to our country and we don't want to mess with the rebels without having military access there. So the siege of the capital of Jungar is also done. And the last of Jungar troops maybe also done. Even though they have like 23,000. Wait, what are you guys doing here? Do you want to fight us? I'll fight you if you want. Can't be forced marching though. Please do that. We messed out our autonomous rebel suppression there, but we'll start up the program again. Once we're done with the Jungar troops. So Olgi has been occupied by us. That leaves just the last province remaining here. Let's enjoy the show while it lasts. They are actually kicking our butts right now. Kinda. And we just finished scoring of all the provinces. And they have a slight chance of winning, but slight one. Really slight chance. And we can make states. That means we do have some provinces that we can add to the trade company. A little bit administrative work here. I believe Canton can also be added there. And Lim Chao. And the other territories that we can talk about are over here. So everything around Shun we took last time in the war and we just finished coring, so I will add them to the trade company. All of these are good. We'll just follow the coastline for the time being. So also this province. And then Yaran. We'll go to Volania. Ohori. Funky names, Oroch. And there's a small, what's it called, Fudali. And Kuro. Yakazan, apparently. A small, short name, Udi. And a few more to go. Bear with me. There's a fight going on in one of them, so maybe we cannot... Actually, we can still add it to the trade company. And these are the last two, I believe. Unless I skipped something. Okay, the flag icon went away. It's a good indication that we are good to go. Ming is having some difficulties with the rebels in their country. You can see that their own troops are clearly outnumbered. Now the fight here is tougher than I would have expected, but we did win. We will fight them again in Kurland though. Gonna stack wipe them for betraying us. They were our tributary states and they just left like that. This is unacceptable. A peace offer from Persia. And Astrakhan. Revolutionary Crimea is becoming very brave. Oh yeah, another fight against Ungar started and finished right away. Okay, so since we finished coring, we still have one province to go. We'll wait until it's done as well. Should be this one here, Canton. And once it's done, we'll see what's on the menu for peace deal. Okay, so there is apparently at least one more province that can be added to the trade company. Yeah, now we'll check the overextension to be 0, so we can be sure that we're starting from scratch when it comes to the peace offers. Okay, we are fighting as Persia. Means we'll offer them the peace setup, and maybe we'll first of all just grab the Persian territories. Let's see how far it takes us in terms of overextension. This is all of the Persian territories, so 54.9%. Quite a lot. Let's then take Armenian territories and also Astrakhan territories. We're at 65.1%. And then we'll go along the Nogai territories to the south. So this was also not enough. Question is, shall we just grab all of Nogai then? Still not enough. Not sure if we want to grab Afghanistan. Because to Nogai, if we take on like a few of the countries in a row here, that will do. For 89%, that's a decent result. If you consider Jangar as well. Yeah, it's expensive to take stuff from them. What about Afghanistan? Not so expensive. Would be having trouble containing rebels in this area and so on. This looks like a nice and green color, doesn't it? I would say we're happy with this result. Even though we have like a 10% buffer. But we could fill it up with something easy to grab. Like a one province miner. That we forgot about somewhere. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit, enjoy the big picture, so to speak. So actually one option here is to go for Perm or countries like in between the Nogai area or here and so on. Regardless, the peace deal has been formed. Let's send a demand and see if they accept. Of course they will, but you know. Let's pretend there's a chance they will not. Now, Kilwan Persian Imperialist War has ended. And we actually had less casualties than the enemies. Usually it's the other way around, even if fighting against small one province miners and so on. They have a decent amount of troops. So we annexed several countries. What is Uzbek doing here? So they're allied with Transoxiana and Revolutionary Turkey. Now I'm curious because like it bothers me that we don't have access to this Kilvan West Siberia. What is this country doing here? They're allied with Revolutionary Turkey and Transoxiana. They're also transferring trade power. Guaranteed by Spain, of course. Guaranteeing the independence of Perm. So now the question is what's up with Perm? And they're guaranteed by Spain and Bashkiria. My god, it's like a network here. So Siberia is also guaranteed by Spain. Spain is like guaranteeing everybody around us. They're being so annoying. So does it have like, so guaranteeing the independence of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 countries. Do they have a bone to pick with us or what? If I had to guess, you know, I would say yes. Let's also start the mandatory coring province. We are still not like past our governing capacity. And there goes the administrative power as usual. And there are apparently at least, well, there is one center of trade we can upgrade. And let's also take a look at how our technologies are doing, because we are only 1 year ahead of time with everything. So in the year 1805 we'll be upgrading all 3 of them without any extra cost. And actually it's a little bit cheaper to us because of the neighbor bonus. But not yet. And we have a bunch of exiled armies, as you can imagine. We want you guys to go back to, well, somewhere in the middle, I guess. Yeah, I'll send you south. Just make sure all of them get on their way. From Jungar territories at least. Also we have some troops in Afghanistan. And that's almost everything. So tricky situation with the guaranteeing of independence. I'm surprised Spain didn't guarantee the independence of the other countries around. We have exiled troops pretty much in as much provinces as we sent them away from. Just thinking a little bit about what to do next. Yeah, we will build some buildings. Mainly the town halls are the ones that interest us. So we will build a town hall everywhere we can. The next one would be the classical state houses. There's several provinces that could build it. Take a look at stock exchanges, know where to be built. Then production, several options. Some of them actually quite decent ducat bonus per month. Temples, don't forget about temples, and manpower as usual. So we have 3 provinces that can build the training fields. We have some thinking to do in regards to where we want to go expand next. Again, I think Tibet and Korea could be the nice next option. Korea has, again, 200 troops, 200,000 troops with 100k in reserves. But as you can see, we have more, probably. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times 40. That's like 320,000. So if you add their reserves also into it, it's kind of balanced. But their troops are also stuck in Shun lands because they don't have military access, right? It's an interesting situation that we caused here. But the truce with Korea ends in 1830, and we're not gonna wait for that one. I'm thinking like the next war will be against Tibet. I'm just gonna try it out, like how it would be. So Tibet with Ming as co-belligerent, Mong Mao as co-belligerent. So we will grab all of Tibet, Mong Mao, and Ming, and maybe some pieces of Korea if we have the extra overextension buffer there, which I'm pretty sure we will have. Maybe like a couple of provinces will fit there because they're really playing high usually, and each of these provinces are, you can see this is 38 development, for example. And if you go a little bit lower, you can see 46 development, and basically everything is 40 plus development here. Yeah, so expensive provinces, especially if they're not a co-belligerent, which we cannot have them. Let's zoom out a bit and check out the big picture. enjoy the map painting. It's even more greener than it should be because of the Mecklenburg and the Russian territories. And Delhi is kind of green. If you really like break some green rules, Transoxiana is also green. Like Commonwealth and Newfoundland are the biggest eyesores on the map. June is just not, well, colorless, I guess. If you look at it from this perspective. So I will be wrapping up for this stream. Just to sum up, we did a little bit of cleanup in the Middle East. We grabbed a bunch of lands from Persia. Well, Persia doesn't exist anymore. A few other small countries. Nogai got eliminated. I think we took down like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 countries were wiped off the planet with this move. You can also take a look at the ledger just for some extra information. So if we do income comparison, for example, we are way ahead of the next one with our 4,200 ducats per month compared to the English 1k and revolutionary Spain also close to 1k ducats per month. And everything else, as you can see, like goes down drastically. The list of countries is still long. I am not yet in a place where I'm able to do a world conquest. I've not optimized the gameplay that far yet, but we're still having fun just conquering some lands. And I do want to finish this campaign, so thank you for checking out this stream and stick with us, and we'll get you to the year 1821 soon. So see you next time. Bye.